All right, time to feed the beast. We got swing some trusses today. I came over Saturday, got the subfascia on all the trusses, and we're all ready to go. So I'm just gonna get this thing fueled up and then take and start swinging them. So first I'm gonna take and stand the gable end up and get that on the wall. But I have to support it until I get the other trusses on, and then I can brace it up. So what I do is I just use some 2x4 stiff backs. I use one on either side, and I put a GRK, a 4-inch GRK in the bottom plate, on the sill, on the foundation, one up on top of the wall, and then two in the top into the gable end truss to hold it. Okay, so now I've got to get the hangers on here. I know that my first layout's 18 inches away. I'm just gonna double check the width on this real quick. Can't trust those truss manufacturers. So, looks like that hangs over. All right, 18 inches. And for hangers, we're just using HUS 26. It's just your heavy duty 2x6 hanger. Setting hangers, I just eyeball the bottom. I get this one side lined up on my line. I put 2 nails in that and fold that over. 1 nail in there. I just tack them at the beginning. I tack them all the way down, and then I come back and fire them off. For me, it seems a little bit quicker. You're not sitting there firing one off, going to the next, firing it all off. You're tacking it, moving along. So set it up there, line up the bottom. Bang, bang. Next one. Now that they're all tacked in, I just go along, I grab a few racks and just go along and blast them off. All right, one last thing before I take and swing it up there. I bend over these ears on them. So I just give them a smack. Keeps that sharp edge from poking up. And as I'm swinging the truss over and trying to set it down, it catches on there and it'll actually cut into the wood. It'll hold it, makes a mess. So I just bend the ears over. Time for the fun to begin. This one's kind of smaller, so I don't take and spend the time to get it sat down right. It takes me forever. These little trusses, they spin so easy. It gets kind of frustrating, but you just take matters into our own hands, and they're not that heavy. So we just give it the little muscle around. Now I'm just gonna go along. I go about every 6 inches, shoot a nail, toenail it down through into the top plate to hold that. So once again, just using 4-inch GRKs. These are like my go-to screw. What I'm gonna do, down in the sill, hit one down there, then in the top plate, and then 2 up into the gable end truss. One there. All right. This is always kind of a fun little juggle here. So get one started. And just slide it down till it's at that bottom plate. Or I guess sill plate. All right. Wow. Just aiming once again for that upright. Now that we got the gable end on, it's time to start putting all these commons on. For the first one, it's 2 foot out, and then the next one's only a foot because layout comes from that direction this way. But being that this is like the solid wall, the one that I can really brace off good, and it has all these partition walls to help hold it. I start on this end instead of the garage wall, which is, you know, I guess I could brace the hell out of it, but it just makes no sense when I've got this. So just start picking them up over here and swinging them over. All right, here we go. All right, so what I'm looking for is which way the truss is trying to go. Just keeping it nice and low until I get closer to the wall. So pretty much get it flat up on the wall and then start lifting. I try and get it to spin. I give it a little bump. There we go. Then get that tail over. As long as it's going this way and I can get it started, it does all right. Then start extending. A little bit of tilt down. It's always a little rough on the first one just because you're trying to get your distances down. And now once I take it, there we go. I'm just guessing 2 foot at the peak, right about there. All right, just lining up the bird's mouth here. Pop a couple shots. And I've got a block this time. I usually use the truss locks. Thing is though, they won't go over the sheathing. I try and get above head height so I don't beam myself as I'm walking through. This is 24 inches. Alright, a couple nails. And I just throw a tack in the middle here. I would have another gun, but I took and broke it somehow. So now I got the first truss up and it's supported with just a block and nails. Now the rest of them, what I do is I start out with these truss locks. They're just a temporary bracing system. I have 12 of them. So what I do is I'll take and put 3 of these on, and then I can take and shoot just a 92 and 5/8 stud, one that I graded out when I was selecting wall studs. So one of those trash studs, and then I shoot it on the underside. And then take and pop these up and just move them along. So I'll shoot 3, put the stud on, move them along, and just keep doing that all the way down. All right, now on this near side, I actually put the nails in. I just give them a quick tap just to keep them from sliding down. The other side, I don't bother so much.